Arne Slot just left Liverpool, and the frontrunner for the job is Andoni Iraola. Has done extremely well with Bournemouth, getting them into Europe through the Premier League, which is a huge achievement. But after leaving the team on the coast, here he is at Liverpool. He's going to have to smarten up, and he's going to be taking charge of big names. With me purchasing the club, I've took it off of FSG, and hopefully giving it back to the fans as I'm going to try and rebuild them, so buckle up. Strap in. Iraola isn't confirmed as staying here if he doesn't make Liverpool a threatening squad. Yes, people, we start in the 26-27 season. Iraola announced as the new Liverpool manager. Really hope he brings some glory. And he's holding the old kit. No. We've got the new ones. And the new home kit, the away kit's in the game. I'm really looking forward to this massive rebuild of Liverpool. We've got face scans for Leone and basically everybody. Calvin Ramsey's in the game. We're going to try and make this realistic by also adding a contract to fit what I think Iraola has to do for us. Here it is. He's got 3 things he's got to do each season to stay here. These may change, but the first thing I want him to do this season is bring through 3 young players. That is currently at the club, by the way. We do have a few to choose from. He can choose whoever he wants, not just focused at Ungamoa, but it'd be stupid not to. And the second rule, he's not allowed to spend 100 mil on a player. He can spend over 100 million, but he can't just put it all into one. That's already happened with Flo Wirtz and also Alexandra Isak. Not really working out how he wanted, and the last objective is not actually to win a trophy, but to be competitive with changing the style of play. Now that Arne Slot is gone, Iraola has to get us playing again. Entertaining football as formationally, he plays the 4-2-3-1, which Liverpool are currently set up in, so it's a like for like in terms of the formation from Arne Slot over to Iraola, but we're going to still try and fix this up. We've got Gomez and Van Dijk as the partnership at the back, and this man unfortunately has to go, Mohamed Salah. Like I said, keeping up with realism, I'm going to release him early a year from his contract, as there we go. Him, Ibu and Freddie Woodman all were released at the end of the 25-26 season when Iraola just joined, so won't play for the manager. Konate's actually being poached maybe by Paris Saint-Germain, and Mohamed Salah, Arsenal. Now actually, if he went to Arsenal, how would I feel? I don't think it's a Mohamed Salah move at all to stay in the Prem, especially with how he spoke out about Liverpool. There's only 61 million. I've got a lot of realism mods on, and mods that obviously affect the budget, giving us not much at all. But as you can see, Iraola right there, we've been placed in the Europa League because obviously 5th in FC 26 does put you in the Europa. I mean, it's a chance that he would have had at Bournemouth. But they're not our objectives for him. We've given him ours, and we're going to say, Iraola, thank you for being the first manager under my ownership of the Red Men. I'm sure you've seen your contract by now. Hopefully we can get down to business and sign some players. But firstly, I think we've got to get players out after spending lots of money under the last ownership group. So, yeah. Please sell before we buy. I promise you players will be coming in, but we just need to clear the squad depth. And that's exactly what we're going to do, but obviously he has to bring through 3 young players. And there isn't too many to choose from. Lucas Stevenson is a right back. We could potentially use him. Leone still injured, 26 days. Ekatike, 69 days. He picked up that horrible knock. However, there's one player I just always look at, and it's just something about Liverpool saves. I can't help but love the look of Stefan Bajcetic. Under Iraola, this man could absolutely be world class. We don't have a centre-back. Could he fill in? But then again, Giovanni Leone. No, I'm going to move him a little bit further forward. Or maybe we do go with the DMs, because I do need to change that midfield up, and Gravenberg should be a DM. The man that really might not fit the formation with this new manager is Alexis McAllister. However, doesn't fit the bill, so let's swap this around to a team that I could potentially see be played. So Boslo's coming out of right back. And will we lend a chance to Fede Chiesa? Because obviously Arne Slot didn't really like the Italian, and he's got decent ratings in his stats, but for the moment I'm going Frimpong and Milos Kerkez. Kerkez obviously worked under the manager at Bournemouth before he moved to Liverpool, and I'm going to play this style. We've got wing backs in him and Frimpong. I think we'll get a chance. Gravenberg as a box crasher, and a lot of faith off the bat into Stefan Bajcetic. Looks like Iraola's having a word, saying, Stefan, I want to trust you. You remind me of me when I was at Athletic Club, but I know it's big pressure at Liverpool. I think you're going to live up to it. Make me not regret selling you. I saw Arne Slot not give you a look in. I am, and I want you to perform. Massive faith shown by the manager. Iraola put a suit on, just like Tsimikas, who's leaving the club. Greek Scouser, good luck. He's going to Al Qadisa over in the Saudi League. Luis Kumas has been sold because he's not getting past Rio and Gamoa. Jamie McConnell's got a loan out. Calvin Ramsey's going to the MLS. Trey Nione a loan to Coventry. I'm surprised Iraola hasn't kept him. As one of the youngsters he's going to play. But his first Invitational Cup game is the manager's old club, and I want to see how we do a little bit. Athletic Club, Gravenberg scoring, Van Dijk and Kakpo. Arne Slot's been sacked. And Dutch boys do well. Shows you his quality as a coach. Speaking of coaches, we've backed Iraola. Give him a lot of them to hopefully get the best out of the young players, which is one of his objectives. But he is selling one of the young players that was never getting played. Got messed around a little bit by Liverpool under the old ownership. It is Harvey Elliott. And he's gone out as 109 million. Now, Iraola, do you want to sign it? That's the question I'm going to be asking him. Now, with the new style of play, I think Frimpong and Kirkes will get trusted. Gomez, he can't be in the team, and with no centre-back backup. Andoni, I said you need to back the youth, but obviously I don't want that to cornerstone you into having a terrible squad. Leone will get game time, I'm sure. Do you want to sign another centre-back? And he says, sure, boss. I mean, I do want to sign in a bit of a different position. Really? Well, okay. I'm all ears. Who do you want for Liverpool? Well, unlike the old management, Salah I do deem as kind of irreplaceable, but I'm going to try and replace him. I know Dominic Szoboszlai might not be too happy. Sharing game time with Wirtz. And isn't Jeremy Jacquet on the way? And Iraola tells me it was a signing under the old management, which of course it is, so he's now arrived, the 21-year-old centre-back. Okay, so we do have another central defender to replace Joe Gomez. He's still 2 ratings lower, and Iraola wants Szoboszlai replacing. Might actually not go down well. Fans say he was the player of the season, and actually don't like the idea of him replaced. And it looks like Iraola's actually catching news of this. He wants to delay his signing. He says, boss, I'll give Soboy a chance, but I do want Jacquet being in my lineup, which again is completely fair enough. The start to the Premier League season as well is Brighton, Forest, and Middlesbrough, who shouldn't have been promoted. Andoni, like I said, the objective is on being competitive. But I kind of expect with the start of the season that we do have, we should pick up wins here. Okay, and it's not that dreaded polo top. It's a little bit better from Andoni. Brighton the first game up. He looks very comfortable with Wirtz. He's played against Hertzler. It's not like he is going to another foreign league. He's been here before. Been here a while, in fact. And Anfield. Okay, starting at home. You love to see it. Rion Gamoa in the lineup. Also Beshetic. And when I think of it, Jeremy Jacquet kind of does get included as a young player, so he's got 3 young players in the lineup. Good foot in there from Van Dijk. Dominic Szoboszlai doesn't get it away clear though. Here goes Danny Welbeck into Yakuba Minter. That's a sweet turn. That's a ball across. That's a big save, Alisson. First chance goes the way of Brighton. A bit too passive. Headed away by Frimpong. Not the player I expected to be doing that, but here goes Dominic Szoboszlai driving across. There is a man at the far side. It's Florian Wirtz. It's gone through his legs. He goes for the shot. It's off the post. First goal almost scored by Flo Wirtz. And Brighton seeming to catch us on the counter. It's good play though. It's a lot better than Arne Slot going forward with venom, with menace, with intent, as this is Danny Welbeck, however, almost goes up the other end. Very entertaining game here. Jeremy Jacquet gets the header away. Rio and Gamoa. Brilliant flick on. If he can flick that to the other side, that's not the other side. We could have tried to get away a little bit, but that is the first half over. 0-0, Wirtz with the biggest chance. And dare I say it, the only one as Frimpong. Let's go down this line. Dominic Szoboszlai turns inside, straight onto Alexander Isak and Beshetic. Looks like he's got hair stuck up at the back. Weird. Can you just use a bit of gel, please? As here goes Milos Kirkes, his old player at Bournemouth. Can we get this goal? Isak, he was going to shoot. Yakuba Minter, that is a ball through. Another big save by Alisson. He's been saving our bacon. And Brighton, they've just ball rolled us. Yakuba Minter, I tell you. If we do need another right mid, he's been absolutely wonderful. Jorginho Gruta, though, down the neck of us in goal. We needed to save that one. And here goes Alex Isak. He's got a little bit of a gap down the middle if he finds it. Federico Chiesa, Florian Wirtz goes himself. Looks like one of them shots, but look how far forward we get straight away with the ball. We play it quickly. Cody Gakpo, here he is. He likes that move. But just like under the last manager, the last regime, Liverpool don't get it over the line. But I'm seeing signs of competitiveness, which is just exactly what we want. And man of the match went to Alisson. He got an 8.1 overall, but still Martin Tyler's praising him. It was good, but if we're Liverpool, we don't want our goalie getting man of the match. Means we've got to try and put things right in our first away day. It's Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. Not a far travel, so the players should be up for this one. And also, leave a like if you think we're going to win before you actually see the results. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This Liverpool save should be a big one. With Amari Hutchinson skipping past us. Look at the run. Alisson again. We're relying too much on that guy. Yes, sure, the team's been through a shuffle and a change. Shuffle in the pack in the lineup is Fede Chiesa onto the right-hand side, where Iraola does want to sign. He didn't sign today because of Szoboszlai being popular with the fans. He's on the bench right here. Maybe the fans might turn a little bit before we even get going because it's almost half-time. Almost 0-0 again, but we do move forward. And we are competitive. Like I said, he doesn't need to win trophies, although he's expected by the game to win all three. There's no expectations from me. Gibbs White steps across. Van Dijk with the pass down the line. Bajcetic around the corner. Rio and Gamoa. Florian Wirtz. That is a good ball onto Isak. He's got the finesse plus, but he goes low driven. Sells saves, and VVD is in the box. We can just put it in the mixer. Jeremy Jacquet almost scoring the first goal of the save. Which, by the way, still ain't arrived. McAllister's come onto the field now. I'm trying something new with the midfield. Maybe Stefan Bajcetic isn't ready. McAllister passes it into Kierkegaard, who has to step back. Come on, let's get a goal. Entertain these fans. The turning is so slow, like London buses. And it shouldn't be. We're not located in London. Game isn't even being played there. Cali Muendo's getting across. He is letting Alisson make the save. It's going to be double man of the matches at this point. Free header from Milenkovic. Cannot be letting that happen. So Fede Valverde, make sure it doesn't happen again. Frimpong, he was running forward. Isak goes high because he wanted Chiesa to have it instead of Frimpong, who isn't even making another run forward. Poor from the right back. Pass it across. McAllister. He drills it out wide. Milos Kerkez with a ball in. Isak skims off his head. Falls to Chiesa. He was trying to keep that alive. He's trying to keep his stake as the right mid, but we're not going to keep him here. If we're not scoring goals, we need another attacking-minded player. And Isak around the corner. There we go. Gravenberg. He was second to man of the match behind Alisson. Rio Ngamoa. I haven't put Hakpo on. Ngamoa around the corner. Milos Kerkez across the box. Isak, we made it look difficult. But Milos Kerkez sets up in the last minute against Forest. Alexander Isak is hugging Iraola. He's stuck with him. And he has prevailed. I don't know why Rio Ferdinand's the one to praise Alexander Isak. Does he want hating by everyone as we 7th? 1 win, 1 draw, 0 conceded, and that 125 million still sat there. As Iraola comes to me in my office and says he's found his right midfielder to sign, but he wants to prep it because he wants to speak to the player before he joins the club. Give me a week, boss, and I'll get him in. I know him from a previous position. I'm very excited to see who he means now, but at the moment, we're still changing the team up. Connor Bradley, Bajcetic back in alongside McAllister, Wirtz out for Szoboszlai, basically the team that won the last game. Minus Gravenberg, because it is Middlesbrough, we do need to rotate at some point, and Rio and Gamoa, ball clipped in towards Fede Chiesa, and Gamoa staying in this lineup over Cody Gakpo. Come on, referee, are you being stupid? Are you having a joke? Handball? Blech, that's not fair. And, Morgan Whittaker with the ball towards the back stick. Tommy Conway! I think Anfield's a bit stunned. How has Tommy Conway gone and done that? Terrific ball back across. That header should never be won, Connor Bradley. That is stupid from him. So now we're actually conceding our first goal to Middlesbrough. Doesn't really fill me with confidence, but straight up the other end. Straight up with a corner. Don't know it. Szoboszlai, play it short. Rio and Gamoa. He always wants the ball, and he's been a bright spark, the number 73. Edge of the box. Edge again. McAllister into Fede Chiesa. There it is. What a goal. Top corner. Fede Chiesa. Maybe we don't need another right mid after all. That is how you play football. What a response. Milos Kerkez gets the ball back. Like our forward thinking we are. Rio Ngamoa. He might go himself here. Ngamoa. He gets a little angle. Tries to Sesteni Dieng. I don't mind it. Leo Castledine though. Really good player. Youth player. Him running through. Milos Kerkez doing very well under the old manager. Hayden Hackney still there, obviously. Now they're in the Premier League. Whittaker, Alisson with the save. Sometimes that can be your issue, though, when teams get promoted. They really want to beat you. Kind of a haters cause you ain'ters mode. They know we're a top 6 club. We know we're a top 6 club, but not 5th like last season. They're coming on the attack again. Milos Kerkez concedes the corner. Chance for a whipped-in ball. Alisson, by far the best Liverpool player, and I'm glad of it. Because he's one of the old boys that stuck around. Look at the passing, Dominic Szoboszlai. We need more movement from us wingers, as at least Bradley's not afraid to run forward like Frimpong was a little bit. Conor Bradley cuts inside, tries to get the pass off. It falls to Dominic Szoboszlai. Rattles the crossbar. And Ngamoa to keep this alive. McAllister. Oh, what a save by Seny Dieng. The physics on that to give them the bounce. And now they're going to try and counter-attack us, but it's Virgil van Dijk. He still lost the ball again, VVD, come on. And now Fede Chiesa. Could he have a second? Can he switch that across? Rio Ngamoa. I'd love him to get a Liverpool goal. Oh, and it's a penalty against Luke Ayling. Okay, I'll fully take it. A chance for the lead. No Salah on pens. It's going to be Alexander Isak. Again, Seny Dieng. There's Alex Isak. Golazo for Liverpool. He is working out whilst Ekatike's away. Lovely, lovely, jubbly stuff. Hansen drilling in the back post. Borough tried to level, but Fede Chiesa. Alexander Isak. I want more goals. I want a new right-hand side player, or the manager does. But Chiesa's playing really well. He goes from range. Oh my days, it's the Rattle crossbar time. Or Rattle crossbar time, I can't speak. What a signing from them. Kone, Alisson with a stop, which should have Liverpool winning this game. Fede Chiesa though. We caught the corner. Isak, he wants another. Alexander Isak, can he cut inside of Callum Britton? Very well marshalled. 10 minutes still remains. And we are tiring, but I've made subs already. McAllister. Run in front of him. Here we go. Fede Chiesa. Curtis Jones inside of him. Dominic Szoboszlai. Isak. He's offside. The goal won't count. But the win will. And look at all them red shirts in the crowd. We get a win over promoted Middlesbrough. But the best is still to come from that guy there.